all's ready to stream tonight. Pop the corn, turn down the lights. Get in your favorite comfy clothes. Forget all of your daily woes. It's time for Films with Friends, where movie magic never ends. You're all invited to attend, so join Big Al and his friends. Animation, western or mystery, spy thriller or sword and sorcery, comedy, romance or horror frights, sci-fi, adventure or monster fights. They're all on Films with Friends, where movie magic never ends. You're all invited to attend, so join Big Al and his friends. Animation, western or mystery, spy thriller or sword and sorcery, comedy, romance or horror frights, sci-fi, adventure or monster fights. They're all on Films with Friends, where movie magic never ends. You're all invited to attend, so join Big Al and his friends.
Going to the moon.
This is the crew of the Apollo 13, wishing everyone back on Earth a pleasant evening. Houston, we have a problem.
You never lost an American in space. We're sure as hell not going to lose one on my watch.
Odyssey, do you read me?
How long does it take to power up the LEM?
3 hours by the checklist.
We don't have that much time.
Hello, Al Pals. This is Big Al. Welcome to Big Al Presents Films with Friends, the film from 1995. It is Apollo 13, of course, the docudrama, which shows what happened to the one Apollo flight to the moon that went horribly wrong. And why are we watching that tonight? Well, because the commander of that flight was Jim Lovell, a true American hero, sadly passed away last week. And I thought, what better way to honor him than by watching this great movie that not only tells the story of what happened during that mission, but a little bit about his, you find out a little bit about the man during it. As well. Plus, if you're in the know, he does have a cameo in the movie. Joining me tonight is my what? I don't know what I was going to say. My friend, my partner for tonight, the YouTube Ronin, the man who never sleeps. Deleted scenes. Welcome. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm fair to partly cloudy. How about yourself?
I am doing well. I got tongue-tied there. I was trying to get to the YouTube Ronin line, and I went, it's like, he's not my YouTube Ronin. He's everybody's YouTube Ronin. Okay, first, business being business, at the very top of the list, if you're just here to watch the movie, and you come in here later, Well, I'm sorry, the movie's not going to be here. You're just going to see the two floating heads here, or three in this case, because he's got Marilyn Lovell on his picture too. If you want to watch along, though, if you're here now, the Cosby link is posted at the top of the thing. I'll be playing the movie on Cosby in a few minutes. But otherwise, hopefully you have the film. This is a great one to have a physical copy of. It is a great film by a great director and with some of the greatest actors of this or that generation, however you want to look at it. But everywhere else you kind of got to pay for it. But unless you know where to look, I'll just say it that way. So Delia says, I'm assuming you've seen this movie because it is very much in the a piece of cinematic history.
Yes, I have.
I do want I want to give a full disclosure about how sometimes in life you go by and you don't know something. When this film came out, I did not know about Apollo 13 at all. For some reason, I guess when it happened, I was 5, so I wouldn't have really been, tuned in on it anywhere. But for some reason, I never read about it, really heard about it, and I was shocked and surprised. Of course, once I heard this movie was coming out, I had to see it because of the stars and everything, but it really got me to look into the thing. I was like, wow, I did not know that happened. So, yeah, I was kind of stupid there for a little bit, but sometimes movies make you smarter. And I love a good history in the film, though. But we are here, of course, like I said, for Jim Lovell, to honor him, honor the mission that was a successful failure. We find out that is a line that was very much used because everything went wrong, but the American spirit and everyone pulled through. Let's go to the chat here. Geek Flag with Nate No saying like, share, subscribe, and comment. Yes, please just say something. I love it when people are here and talking in the chat. FKHC 2005, also known as Tim. Jim Lovell was only one of 3 people to fly to the moon twice, and only one not to land of the 3. Yeah, I think the other ones were Scott and Cernan, I think, weren't they? If I'm not mistaken, you correct me in the chat. Yeah, I know it was. I know Gene Cernan for sure. I think it was Scott. For some reason, I want to think John Young, but I don't think he. I think he only did it the one time. Of course, there's me with the Cosby link, which of course I did pin. 3 hours by the checklist. We're writing the checklist now. Yeah. Directed by Opie Cunningham. Yeah, Ron Howard.
Yep.
Who I have a pseudo direct link to. So I met Clint Howard, his brother, and really talked to him for a good long time. Early at a convention, we talked about Ron, his dad, his mom. I got to tell him how much I admired his mother's work in this film. She steals this movie as his mom. She is great. She is awesome in this film.
She has the best line in the whole movie.
Yeah, she does. If they get a washing machine to fly, that line, yeah, that's a great one. Orville Nation, thank you for stopping by. Yes, Tim, I am 60. And so far, that's all we have to say. Anything, John Young, Gene Cernan. It was John Young then. Oh, I thought it was Scott. Was it Dave Scott? Okay, well, yeah. Oh well. gotta love Jim Lovell. Yeah, man lived a long life. A true, you can't. I mean, people throw around true American hero a lot. That man was a true American hero. 4 missions into space. He could have kept going, but he decided that was going to be it, so he could spend time with his family. Gemini 7, Gemini 12, Apollo 8, and Apollo 13. and like I said, one of the first men to go to the moon and orbit it. But we have it on. Let's go and see this man's experience play out in cinema. Going to Cosme and local files. I always talk myself through this so you know that I am in this as well. Nope, I don't need the download. I use those. I put it in video. Where's my video file? There's my video file. Okay, and I'm going to press this and it's going to start playing. Hopefully in 3, 2, 1. Hey, yeah, that's actually pretty good timing.
Universal Studios logo.
Yep. Was this John? Who did the music? Yeah, James Horner. Okay, yeah, James Horner. Great soundtrack. Imagine Entertainment. Brian Grazer production. If anybody wonder why I do that, it's to show you where we are in the film if you are watching it. A Ron Howard film. Okay.
Apollo 1 pre-launch test, Cape Kennedy, Florida, January 27th, 1967.
Is that right? Is that Robert Mitchum?
Cronkite.
Well, that's Cronkite?
Yeah, I think it's Cronkite.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh, that's right. It's from the. Yeah, I was thinking it was something else. All the astronauts, I like how all the astronauts have a Corvette. Uncle Walter. Oh, Swaggart.
Yeah.
You hound dog, you. Yeah, Apollo 1, that was Fubar. Yeah. Yeah, Apollo 1, man. If you really do a deep dive into reading about that, it was a horrible tragedy, but it got NASA. It was like a good slap in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. That we need to slow down. Gary Sinise plays Ken Mattingly. I have Mattingleys in my family. Probably another breed of dog, as old colloquialism, but still, it's kind of neat. By marriage, though, not by blood. That would have been an exciting thing to watch live. Like, if you're old enough to really realize what was going on.
Mhm. Off.
Yeah, don't do it. I mean, because all the Apollo missions, this was what they worked up to set foot on the moon. And even if you weren't the one doing it, all those guys felt so proud that day. Because if it wasn't for the work of Apollo 10 and 9 and 8 and even 7, all the other unmanned ones, as filmed on a soundstage, nah, we were there, my friend. I don't believe that conspiracy crap. You know, I do that when I'm outside and see the moon because of this movie.
I think everybody has.
Based on Lost Moon. Kathleen Quinlan.
And of course, if you do want to see this from Neil Armstrong's point of view, there is, of course, the movie First Man.
First Man, yeah. Oh, actor
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. I couldn't think of it. I had him in my head and I couldn't think of it. There's a lot of great astronaut. There's
Mhm.
From Earth to the Moon. Was that the series?
Right. Still haven't seen it.
I'm trying to think. I think that was the title of it.
There was a documentary at the time called For All Mankind, which has nothing to do with the series that has the title right now. But there was the documentary that was about the moon landings, which there are parts of this movie that recreate some things that were in that documentary.
It's kind of neat to have like a piece of space named after you.
Mhm.
I always think it's funny that like picture in the future, have all the people today will like get stars named after themselves or named after people or something, and you go up and it's like the Enterprise going, we're now circling the third planet of the star Edna Rosenblum, and I think it's actually used like the actual who named it terms for it. I think it would be so funny. Man, those buildings were so massive. I love that line.
Roger Corman. And of course, he's playing a character who's concerned about budget. And of course, he's here because he produced the first couple of movies that Ron Howard directed.
Ron Howard is, I don't want to say nepo baby. I mean, but he will bring in a certain crew. Like Clint always gets a part in his films.
Mhm.
He'll go to Clint, and because I talked to him, I actually got to ask him, it's like, has there ever been a time when you would go to him saying, I really think I could play this part instead? And he's like, nope. He's like, you don't do that.
I keep wanting to say that the actress playing the older daughter was in Gilbert Grape, but I don't remember for sure. And the son's the kid from Pet Cemetery, right?
I don't know. Let me see here. Okay. You're talking about the older son or the younger son?
The younger son.
Okay, Miko.
Miko
Yeah.
Hughes, right?
Yeah. Pet Cemetery, Kindergarten Cop, Spawn. Yep. Wow, he got around.
Yeah.
Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
And the older daughter is Mary Kate Schillart.
Mm-hmm.
Was in What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape, yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought, yeah.
She is now 46 years old. Oh my God.
Wow.
Last thing she did was, well, she did an episode of New Girl. That's the most major thing she's done recently.
So Lovell and his crew have been bumped up from Apollo 14 to 13.
Mm-hmm.
And here is the flight simulation.
Yeah, because they got thrown in without all the practice, all the knowledge, everything. They just got thrown in there. Because they talked about Alan Shepard's ear infection. I don't think that was an actual ear infection. He had something else going on, and they kind of wrote it as that.
Oh, I'm sure.
I forget what it actually was. And a little FYI, Alan Shepard, my favorite astronaut. Why? Because his name is Alan.
Yeah. The perfectionist.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they all are,
but Ken was
him a little more, yeah.
I mean, Ken Manley doesn't get enough press for how good he was.
No, I mean, and as this movie later explains, he even piloted a space shuttle.
Yeah, that would freak me out. So Tim said Apollo 15, they dropped a feather on the moon. The bird they used was a falcon from the United States Air Force Academy, since the LM was named the Falcon. NASA wanted to use one of the Falcons there, but the head of the Falcon program said nope, you're going to use one of the oldest Falcons here. Her name was Hungary, which my dad has one of her feathers, as he was a falconer there. Cool. That's neat. I really think I love that. Like, you know, like someone has like sand from the D-Day beaches or something, you know, that you have a piece of something. Oh, wait a minute, pecan red. Mm-hmm.
And of course, that's a running thing throughout the film with the sun. But the
Yeah.
door is working, right? You know.
Yeah, that one scene when later, well, you'll see when she tells him that something went wrong. And you go, was it the door?
The door.
Just the way he says it's so perfect.
Yeah. If 13 is an unlucky number, and 12 and 14 are guilty by association. We saw you, 12. You were with 13. No, I wasn't. I was with 11. Okay, I was with 13. Fine. And hello, Outlaw Bill. I think we're, what, maybe about 10, 15 minutes in?
Hey, Outlaw Bill.
Thereabouts.
Yeah, Cosmolinks at the top. We're 17:34, 35.
Starting a little earlier than usual tonight because it is a longer film, and we don't want to.
I don't like
into,
running into last call.
Yeah. Are you sure you're not thinking of Haircut 100, Tim? Oh, that was a deep cut.
Hey, Will, movies and music. Thank you for joining in. Hey, Troy Pacelli. Hey guys, can't stay just
Troy.
coming by to hit the like button. Feverishly working on stuff tonight's stream. Lots of research, and I was out of cola for my drink tonight. Oops. Gotta take care of that, my friend. Gotta take care of that.
Of course, everybody's harping on 13.
They embraced it.
Yeah.
Like you said, they went right at it.
Yeah. And I think this is part Al why you might not have been familiar with this is because it's not like the press was covering
True. Yeah.
this flight.
I'm just surprised. As much as I love, I mean, I was a kid. I loved rockets, and I knew about the astronauts and stuff like that. But for some reason, the story of Apollo 13 just never linked up to me. I just never really knew about it, and it took until this movie came out. So I was 30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm surprised that I didn't. I mean, did not have that knowledge in my head. God, those tires are those treads.
Character actor central here. Joe Spano, of course, who I first remember seeing on Hill Street Blues. Of course, he went on to NCIS and NYPD Blue, and
He does have that cop look, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, Outlaw Bill. Yeah, we do normally start later, but it was an early start because of the length of the movie. If we ever have a movie that's like more than maybe an hour 50, I probably would go with the earlier time of 7 because I just like I said, it's out of respect for Troy and Boomer and their show at 10. I'd be pissed too. This is a dream. His chance to go to the moon. I mean, he may not walk on it, but no one ever thinks about the pilot circling the moon while the other guys are walking on it. Lieutenant Dan, the NASA years.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. If they hadn't
Yeah.
made it back, he would have had survivor guilt big time. He would have always known, it's like, if I was up there, we'd been all right.
Yeah, here's the part that will bake your noodle, which is, what if he had been up there with them? Would they have come back? Because he wouldn't have been. I think it's very fortuitous that he was on the ground.
Right, because he got in the simulator to find out how to actually get that thing powered back up. I said, would Swigert have been able to do that? Because they would have had to put someone like him in there.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though, that I've heard since this movie is that this was a movie that kind of is maybe a little unfair to Swigert because, especially in scenes like this, because they said that if anybody had misgivings about him to that point, then he never would have been in the program in the first place.
Right. He was an absolutely qualified pilot.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So it's like the movie is almost like Swigert has to earn his wings.
Right.
Well, he's kind of already earned them being in the program to begin with, you know.
But what it is he has to sharpen his wing. He has to sharpen himself because he's been out of that simulator too long. Well, I'm not going to say too long, but a long time.
Yeah.
And you're right. They show him screwing up here, but like Lovell says, it's like if I had a dime for every time they killed me in this thing.
Yeah. True.
I'm sure Manley has done that 100 times as well.
Program 67, which of course is the NASA version of routine number 99.
This is not Order 66.
And yeah.
Rest in peace, Bill Paxton. Definitely.
Yeah.
That is still.
Oh, that upsets me.
Me too.
There are some doctors that need to be out of work.
Those Saturn V's were a beautiful thing. Because you look at it, I mean, you see just how much is there and how much is left when they make it home. It's just that little capsule is all that's coming back. Everything else is gone.
Tracy Reiner, who's also in Die Hard.
Yeah, she's in a few. She's in a few things. She's in When Harry Met Sally too.
Yeah.
Now she is Reiner's daughter. What? I'm trying to remember. What is her relationship? What is her relationship here? Let me. Where is she here? Tracy Reiner. Yeah, her, Penny Marshall is her mom, and she was adopted by Rob Reiner.
Okay.
Wow, she was in the film Mask of the Red Death as Lucretia in 1989.
Oh, the Corman. Well, Corman did the Mask of the Red Death. That's Vincent Price. No, did they remake that? And
it's Corman starring Adrian Paul and Patrick McNee.
Oh,
it's a remake.
Yeah. 89.
Yeah, 89.
Okay.
Produced by Corman, but directed by Larry Brand.
Okay.
Man, Adrian Paul, they got the Highlander in that.
Highlander. Yeah. Do not screw up the Highlander remake, people, please. If you're going to do it, don't screw it up.
I mean, I think you got good pieces there.
This.
That is a very big drain.
If you want to go into great commentary tracks on DVDs, listen to the commentary track that Jim and Marilyn Lovell do for this film. And it almost makes having that DVD all by itself.
Tim saying Bill Paxton had rheumatic fever as a kid. That led to his heart having issues. Bryce Dallas Howard was in the background of the people saying goodbye before the flight, and Cheryl Howard too.
Oh, his whole family is in this.
Ron Howard always made family affairs when he could. Crowd scenes, he would film with family and friends. Also, she was in a league of their own as well. That's right.
Yeah, there's a lot of Ron Howard, Penny Marshall, Rob Reiner crossover in these films, which makes sense.
I love James Horner's theme for this. It's beautiful. Mission Control.
Ray McKinnon. Oh, that crazy lady, what was thinking?
We'll do what?
Okay. I'll explain that later.
Were you thinking of what weapons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Sorry, guys. Yeah.
They've been a couple for a long time.
For quite a long time. Yeah. Of course, Ed Harris is Gene Kranz in his Oscar-nominated performance.
You posted a link there, Tim. What's it a link to? The vest?
Let me.
Oh, the Smithsonian vest. Cool.
Oh, nice.
Now they have this vest, or they have the real vest.
During that flight, mission control. Yeah, this looks like this was yeah, this looks like this might legit be the actual vest.
Cool.
Right on.
Brett Cullen there.
Mm-hmm.
I always liked him and stuff too.
And of course, he person of interest to me, fans might recognize him from that series as the co-creator of the machine, as it were.
Wasn't he in The Replacements as the quarterback? That was on. Or am I thinking of somebody else? I might be. Let me double check here. Yep, he was there. Eddie Martell, the quarterback that Keanu Reeves was replacing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, Quite a history with that vest, I see. Marta Krantz.
Hmm.
Where you forgot to take out the word summary there, Tim. Vest worn by Gene Krantz. Turned to flight militia control work with Apollo contractors, the flight crew. So, whoa. I remember once I was a substitute, and this was the film that they wanted me to show.
Mhm.
And I asked the kids, "Do you know what that flaky stuff is falling off the rocket?" And none of them knew. You know what it is, right? Deleted scenes. Are you with me?
Yeah.
You know what that flaky stuff was falling off?
Would I sound like too much of a stoop if I said ice?
No, it was ice.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. I was just wondering how many people actually didn't know that. It's because all that liquid helium and stuff is cold, and the condensation on the back on the outside freezes up. Boom. Tower jet. I love that. He said that was one of his favorite lines to say. He's for some reason he said he liked that line. Tower jet. And now you jinxed it. I feel so bad for Ken. So, or it's an omen. Yeah. What a feeling that must be. Now, was this both of the other ones' first time in space? Or had they flown before? I'm trying to think.
I think so.
Let me see here. Yeah, Hayes. That was Hayes's first time, though he did do the approach and landing test in the Enterprise shuttle. Hayes was part of the Enterprise crew. God bless the man.
Nice.
And we're thrilled. Like I just has that like predetermined. Yeah, and this was Swiggert's only trip. He was Capcom for Apollo 7.
Here we go.
Ugh. That would have been nasty to have that stuff floating around like that. It is amazing how complex the whole system was that they had to do. I mean, getting into space is one thing, but then doing this whole release, spin around, then capture thing. But that's what all the other the Geminis and all those other space missions were all about. Were linking up, showing doing the maneuvers to showing how it worked. A lot of people don't realize that every mission outside, even before Apollo, was to lead up to being able to go to the moon. Park that thing. He's all right. That
We'd
sounds
rather you didn't.
yummy. Well, now that we know you, the kind of stuff you eat, no wonder you threw up.
Shift change.
All those white shirts. April 13th. Constellation Urine. Sika on the ship.
Yeah.
Too bad nobody else is watching.
No.
Joke there being there was no Apollo 19. Ah, I love her. I remember that commercial. I think they filmed that on the Vomit Comet, didn't they?
I believe so, yes.
Would you ever ride the Vomit Comet if you had a chance?
I don't know.
It's like
Then
it's one of those
maybe,
like
now, I don't know.
I know. But, and another a younger Al, yeah, I think it'd been fun to do. Renaissance Man. That's a good movie too, Renaissance Man. They would have loved to have kicked him in the nuts right then if they could. Should at least try to get. I would say a tape, but back then that really wasn't a thing for the mom to see. Here we go.
And here we go.
They were lucky they weren't blown out into space. And I have the music starts up. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So where's James Franciscus in this film? Yeah, wrong film. And one guy, the kid from Top Secret. Yeah, Tim, right? The look of oh shit.
Yeah.
That was a great directing choice to have that moment of total silence, everybody looking at each other, and then boom, everybody goes back to work, and the the sound goes back up again like that. film was groundbreaking as they filmed it in zero G. Yeah, like I said, the Vomit Comet was, of course, a terrible name for the thing, but they took a lot of rides up in that thing, up and down, up and down. I just,
Oh, it was good.
I like that. What we got that's good? That was a great shot of Clint with the glasses like that. Yep, he knows exactly what it means. Man, what a heartbreaking moment that must have been for Jim Lovell in real life. Everything he'd been working for up to that point was to land on the moon. Hi, Lady Mist. Welcome, welcome. Like I said, we're an hour into the movie. Cosmic at the top. Ah, it's going down. Hey, get me some coffee. Yes, it is Jimmy Olsen. There's Mark McClure playing that part there. The original Jimmy Olsen from '78. We got a lot of great actors in this
They do.
film. God, tons of them. This is why they make you take math in high school. Baylock, yeah.
Yeah. We'll need Trania and lots of it.
Yep, and Tranya was pink grapefruit juice. And Clint Howard hated it. And he went to his dad, Dad, I don't want to drink that stuff. He's like, you're an actor. Act like you like it. I love that. Little story you told me.
It's like, damn, I don't even get that.
Either way would have worked there,
Yeah.
my friend. Fewer or less. The one thing they do, one thing I like that they do show is that the astronaut families were very supportive of each other. The wives and even the astronauts would come and be there for support. I don't know.
That was Jeffrey Blake, you might remember from Young Guns and Men at Work.
Oops.
Haven't, man.
Yep, Clint Howard plays Seymour Liebergott, also known as Cy.
So this is the Ice Cream Man sequel. Yes. Yeah. It is a secret Ice Cream Man sequel. Yes. It is also a prequel to Event Horizon.
This is heartbreaking. Ugh, such a small line. Poop. And that's his ship, basically. He just had to turn off. Because the Lem was for the other two guys' responsibility primarily.
Oh, about 100 million miles.
Yeah. Everything's working. Everything's working. I like how they're like reprogramming everything. It's like yank all the boards out and rewire, and it is a different mission now, boys. Man, just imagine being in that tiny little thing. Nothing's working.
the closest they get.
Yeah. Another very significant line coming up too. That is an ugly bed cover. That line gets me. I've seen it. It's like I've been here, I've done it, but I haven't been able to land. This is the second time he's doing this. Hey, Curtis Selby, welcome, welcome.
Curtis?
Cosmolink at the top. They're just circling the moon. Well, not circling, but getting up speed to get home.
That was Frank Reynolds there, who was the ABC anchor, and there were actually three anchors at ABC at one point. Frank Reynolds, who was the one of the greats, kind of a gold standard, kind of their answer to Cronkite. You had Max Robinson in Chicago, who was the first black anchor of a news program. And then you had this young Canadian upstart named Peter Jennings, who would
he would never amount to anything, would he?
Yeah, he was kind of a nobody. Forget all about him. And
man, I mean, that would be so incredible to see that. You had to feel for Jim Lovell.
Yeah.
Like I said, yeah, he'd been there, and this was his chance to. He probably did more as an astronaut, when you really think about it, than anyone else had to get to this point. I like that they did this little fantasy sequence of him walking on the moon.
And that move is me under normal conditions.
A little bouncy.
Unless I put an ice pack on my knee, you know.
So he really had a Navy anchor on his helmet. Yeah, I think all the astronauts did have a representation of where they were, what service they were with,
because they were all military pilots. And
Navy or Air Force.
And a number of them had seen combat as well. So
yeah. I mean, the astronauts were some of the best of the best. And when you look at some of the best astronauts, Lovell's in that conversation. He has to be.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, outside of the original 7, you got him and trying to think of somebody else that might be up there. I mean, Neil Armstrong gets a lot of credit, but for being the first. But I mean, he was first. That's his claim.
Lauren Dean, who you might remember from the movie Say Anything.
That's the Cusack one, right?
Mm-hmm. And he's the one who comes up with the master plan here.
He was also in Space Cowboys.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah.
He was in. Wait a minute. He was in Bones. What did he play in Bones? Oh, he was her brother in that. I did not know that's the part he played in that. Okay. Bones was my show for a while there. I didn't recognize him as a brother. I think it's well, he's so much younger and different haircut and stuff.
Yeah, that's what throws you off with some of these guys at first.
Yeah.
And then you realize later on, oh, that was that guy. Yeah.
That's right.
There you go. And of course, he just shut everything off. So he has no clue any of this has been happening.
Yeah. John Aaron, the ecom that he's playing,
Mhm.
also was responsible for helping save Apollo 12 from being struck by lightning on launch. Of course, I just read that very quickly in Wikipedia. It's like, man, they were having all kinds of issues.
Yeah. One of the masterstrokes of this movie is explaining all of this technical jargon in a way that makes sense to people.
It makes it accessible.
Yeah.
To Joe average guy. You understand. They don't throw as much techno babble as they could at you.
Mm-hmm.
Just what you need to know, and they do explain it. They do it in a way where you know what they're talking about. Like, that's not what they have up there. Oh, I like that. It's like, it's not what they got up there.
Well, shit. No, wait.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait.
Very, very am. One hell of a bowel movement when they got back. Yeah. That's when you have one company making one thing and another company's making something else.
Yep. Nothing but that.
It's like, I bet you do. See, Henry Hurt, he's a fictional character, kind of based on the Office of Public Affairs.
Victor Berkeley, of course, Terminator 2, 24 TV series, the first Taken, and then he becomes Gray Scott later on for some reason.
He being what?
He's in Taken, the first
Right.
Taken with Liam Neeson, and then he gets recast later on.
Oh, wow.
So the character that Gray Scott is playing in part 3 is actually him from part 1.
Oh, okay. I see. I haven't seen the other
Yep.
one. I just saw the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. When the
Daisy.
stuff like that always reminds me in a weird way of my spinal cord. When this is what I do have, because I do have feeling and some movement capabilities. Always described as a turntable with a frayed power cord. So it's like, what? It's not quite getting the energy it should. Do an Apollo 13 sci-fi version where they get rescued by aliens and return to Earth.
Nice.
It's like the what if scenario, NASA what if.
My God, what are you doing up there?
I guess that would be something to explain.
Yes, I am not a complete incompetent Fred. Jeez. Turn of phrase I catch myself using it once in a while. Here we go.
Yep. Fred Hayes is still alive and is 91 years old. Yep. So it's now marooned.
Well,
Yeah,
Maroon was
yep.
pretty much based on this. So,
But just a funny little thing when I went to do the thumbnail for this rewatch,
Mhm.
the one that came up that I repurposed was the one from Marooned.
ah,
I was like, that is so appropriate.
let's face it, his entire plan is basically we're just going to chuck bacon out of the airlock.
Yeah.
Yeah, may as well. There we go. That's the thing. The deal with the
Oh, rip. Boomer.
boomer.
Not Asian Boomer, but the Battlestar is Boomer.
Yeah,
I met him. Herbert Jefferson. Nice guy.
nice.
Got a picture with him somewhere. I met him at Bo J, who was a real nice guy. Met Apollo.
This guy was in Speed and Twister.
Oh, what was he in Twister?
He was the at the beginning, one of the what did they call it? The NOAA or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
He was the guy who said we're about to have a record number of twisters. He's that guy.
It's a great shot right there.
All right.
So things would be getting fuzzy if you're getting affected
Yeah.
by it.
Oxygen deprivation. Private Ryan, and now we have Barsock.
I hear they both go. There we go.
This will make it.
Like that. If they don't get one, I don't get one.
Got to go swing around and pick up Mom. He's just, all right, lady, enough for the TV.
Yep. Gene Spiegel, Howard, Ron's mom. Comes the best line in the movie. That is pride in a son, man.
Just another one later that I like quite a bit.
Oh yeah, the meeting.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, here we go.
No. No.
Shit's about to hit the fan. Literally. No.
Literally, yeah. That's good. One less thing.
The
Ned
flight
Vaughn.
surgeon. The
Yeah.
flight surgeon reminds me of Dwight from The Office.
Yeah. Does have that look to him. Here's the mutiny.
Flight surgeon Christian Clemenson, who was
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
nominated for 3 Emmy Awards and won the Emmy Award for Outstanding Guest Actor in a Drama Series.
Which show?
Boston. He was on Boston Legal, where he was nominated.
Okay.
And let's see here.
Yeah, he was on all of those David E. Kelly shows at one time or another. Yeah, he's been in a lot of TV. He's into Fisher King.
Yeah.
He's in broadcast news too, I think, if I remember correct.
Yep.
Yeah, United 93. He is in that. Yeah,
Not safe for work. Fly Me to the Moon. He was in Armageddon. Mighty Joe Young. Also, like I said, a lot of TV stuff, including Buffy a Vampire Slayer.
Yep.
Use your thumb.
Well, he's sort of about to do exactly that.
Yep.
Home sweet home. We will do it in one.
CYA.
Yeah.
Aft, 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 and that's a word. Nine, 20, 32.
Wee!
We won't put a scratch on it. Of course, this is the part in the average action movie we do. Would all be looking through the windshield, going, "Ah!"
Okay, no, damn it, that's me.
That was me.
You betcha. All the cigarette butts.
No, the crew's fine. We're all dead.
Ah, look at that beautiful USS Enterprise. Tim posted that. That is a beautiful meme or GIF, whatever. Tim showing us what a banshee looks like. I always like that. The banshee. That's the way it's playing. Whoa. That would get your heart pumping. Divine intervention for Jim. I mean, yeah, it was. I mean, like he said, if he hadn't lost his light, he would have never been able to see that the algae. He won the Oscar that year for this, didn't he? Ed Harris.
95. Spacey, Usual Suspects.
Oh, why did I think he had won? Yeah, he just was nominated. Bloop, bloop, bloop. So they won firmly sound and editing. Tim said that's you got it, buddy. Yeah, it lost to Braveheart.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to see what else was. Kathleen Quinlan was nominated but didn't win.
Mm-hmm.
She lost to Mira Sorvino. So it's accessibility run screenplay.
Lost visual effects to Babe.
That's weird to lose to Babe. I mean, I love Babe and all, but I love this.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine how humbling that would have been?
Yeah, we get coffee. Lady Mistress, they threw the dirty salad back in the salad bowl. I did not see that. I didn't see that.
Hey, you know what? If the floor's clean, I don't care.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a salad. You can always wash
We
it off.
don't. They didn't show anybody eat it. So 5-second roll. Well, I mean, yeah, but
I mean, how dirty is that floor, really? I eat crap off the floor all the time. I'm always dropping stuff. Everybody reacting to me saying I've eaten stuff off the floor. Nothing major, and I wash it off when I can. That's why I eat cherry tomatoes and I don't cut up tomatoes. Because if I drop them, I can always wash them off. I remember one day I was unloading my groceries from delivered from Instacart, and I had my little thing of grape tomatoes, and I dropped them, and of course, boom, they go everywhere. I still think somewhere in there under like the stove is probably one wrinkled little grape tomato from days of yore.
help! I'm in Wisconsin. Rescue me. I apologize to everyone from Wisconsin.
I have two very close friends that live in Wisconsin. My friends Chris and Mary. I don't know if they ever watch any of my stuff, but if they do, hope they're doing well. Did it. I bet you do. You gotta look at this thing now.
Yeah.
And there is a good picture that they were able to take when they did that.
Mhm.
And it was just blown right out. Right up to the heat shield.
Heat shield.
Hey, shut up, guys. I'm watching television. There's Rance Howard.
Howard. Damn it, man. Don't you have good news?
Well, they're the news, of course, you know. Yep, Tim posted the picture of the actual.
Mhm. The Fred's dead shot. For those of you who did a little fake out for people who don't know what really happened.
In case anybody's wondering, Hayes had a urinary tract infection, which led later to kidney infections. That's why he was hurting most of the trip. He could feel her. So sadly, Marilyn died in 2023, just a couple of years ago. That would have been a hell of an oopsie.
Yeah.
And there she goes. Lady Miss is like, yeah, it can lead to sepsis, which could kill you. Yeah, I know how deadly that could be. That's what my mom passed away from, was sepsis. USS Iwo Jima. Take that, you doomsayer. Every time I see that, that guy reminds me of Bobcat Goldthwait. Just every time I watch this movie, that's what I think of when I see him. Yeah, they were using the USS New Orleans in place of the Iwo Jima. Yeah, Iwo Jima had been decommissioned by then, I think, by the filming. I remember when I first saw this movie in theaters, and it was a pretty good audience. And this part of the film, it was just, you could hear a pin drop in the theater, and then of course the eruption. people just got so invested in it. Yes. So that's as much his victory as anybody in that room for sitting in there all that time getting that procedure they needed. Quick break out the booze and cigarettes. Hey guys. Man, such a minor defect. Having never gotten the measles. And here's the man himself as this Navy officer, Jim Lovell. God bless you, sir. And who may that be? Orion. I mean, that's what they're doing with Project Orion. One thing I loved about this, Jim Lovell appears as a captain of the USS Iwo Jima. He had intended to make him an admiral, but Lovell himself, having retired as a captain, chose to appear in his actual rank and wearing his own Navy uniform. He is he just like Tim just like posted it too. I was like reading it and he posted it. That is Apollo 13, a successful failure, but those three men got home, and yeah, I mean, he said they hadn't lost anybody in space. Of course, sadly, that's has changed, but that is another story. So, deleted scenes. Still a good movie in your estimation?
Oh, indeed, very much.
It's one of those great films that it's 2 hours 20 minutes, but doesn't feel like it. Mm-hmm. It's got great actors performing. I mean, and great character actors playing, subordinate roles, and it looks great. It holds up. Beautiful soundtrack. It's one of my upper echelon films. Like I said, if I were doing a 10-word review on it, rating wise, this would have gotten 5 stars because it is near perfect. So deleted scenes, what you got coming up this week?
Weekend, right. Well,
or on.
Yes, I am going to be joining Pop Culture Minefield tomorrow at noon Eastern for a non-spoiler review roundtable of Weapons. I'm going to be joining him again later that day at 4 p.m. For a Saturday afternoon matinee. And we are going to be discussing For Your Eyes Only.
Oh, a little Bond action happening.
Bond action. Mm-hmm. Later that night, I am going to be joining Outlaw Bill for After Hours Karaoke. I usually show up on that show around the midnight hour, so I'm planning to do that again this week. Sunday, Western Cinema Presents, Bill and myself once again, and we're going to be watching Forsaken from 2015. Donald Sutherland, Kiefer Sutherland, Brian Cox, Michael Wincott, and Demi Moore. It's about a notorious gunslinger returns to his hometown with the hopes of putting down the guns and reconnecting with his father, who's the town pastor. But a bad guy shows up to ruin his plans, so he's got to wrestle with him. Later that night, 8 p.m.,
Unscripted, episode 119, entitled "That's No Ordinary Rabbit," where I'm going to be talking about the mutated rabbits that they've been finding in Colorado. I'm going to be talking a little bit about
Look at the bones!
look at the bones.
Run away! Run away!
Yeah, and I'm going to be talking about a number of other topics, and it basically the conversation's going to go wherever the chat takes it. And no reserved seats this week, but I might go on and do something at some point, either during the evening or during the day. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Monday is mystery movie night. So Tuesday night will be there will be a review.
Any ideas?
That'll be at 7. Any ideas? No, not at present. And let's see. Right after that will be live from Sparkwood 21 at 8:30. Topic to be determined.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'll be joining Troy Netter for Netter's Retro Cinema. I'm going to be watching a couple of films. It's called The Gamers. And then the sequel, Gamers Darkness Rising or something. I think it's like a little independent fan filmy kind of a thing. I kind of looked into it, but I'm interested to see it because it's all about like D&D and stuff. And so it sounds really good. Of course, 1 week from tomorrow, I will be, did it restart again? Oh, sorry. Get out of the Cosby there. Going to be watching the next film in Jane Austen, August. We're going to be watching Pride and Prejudice from 2005, the version with Keira Knightley, which is a very good version for as short it is compared to the book, because they did a 6-hour miniseries. and then to do it 2 hours. They did a very good job with that, by the way. So we're going to be watching that. Of course, 2 weeks after that, Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies as we head into the spooky season. Of course, until then, check out my 10-word reviews as they come. The latest ones I have one for Red Sonja, which I honestly didn't know was coming out until I found the movie. I knew they were making it. I didn't know it was like done and about to be released. Also have a 10-word review up for Sketch, Weapons, Wednesday season 2, part 1, The Naked Gun. Those are the latest ones. And of course, a lot of other ones, but keep an eye out for any other ones that may fall down come down the pike. I'm not quite sure. Don't have one to do next yet. Kind of maybe wait and see what I find on the high seas. But I just hope everyone had a great time. Al says, sorry, Al, I don't do hardcore chick flicks. Hey, I'm sorry. I don't mind spending 2 hours looking at Keira Knightley and Rosamund Park and a couple others. There's some, there's a couple in there that are like really, oh yeah. So, that's fine. Sydney Sweeney made a chick flick, and darn right, I've seen that more than 3 times. So, but I'm just thankful for everybody who joined us tonight. Like I said, a little tribute to a true American hero, Jim Lovell. God bless him. God rest his soul. Any final words before I say goodbye to everybody?
Final words? Yes, I do have a couple of reviews out on my channel as well, including Weapons. I have one for Sketch as well. Also a movie that's going to be coming out in a couple of weeks called Relay. And I just did a video yesterday for Amazon's War of the Worlds, written and directed by Amazon, executive produced by Jeff Bezos, by and for Amazon. Amazon will save us from all
Let me
dangers.
guess how. I've not heard good things about this. I haven't. I've been dreading watching it.
It's if you would need me to watch it with you, okay.
Oh,
It's
I wouldn't put you through that again.
it has issues.
Yeah, well,
Um,
a lot of stuff does, sadly.
yeah.
But I do want to thank everybody who joined
Um,
us tonight. Of course, FK. Let me try to get my proper tagging. Geek Flag with Nate Knows. Thank you for joining us. FKHC 2005. Orville Nation popped in earlier. Outlaw Bill, thank you for coming in. Of course, Troy popped in earlier. Lady Mist, thank you so much. Curtis Selby. And Tree Rock Creations dropped by. Just stop in and say hi. Couldn't make it tonight. You can always watch us on the rerun if you got a copy of the movie, which is really one of those movies I think people should have in their collection. You can watch along with us. I try to bring a little bit to everybody to the film. A little fun, some fun, some facts, some just try to make it fun for everybody and to have a good old time. But thank you everybody for joining us. This is why we do it. I'm not as eloquent as Netter at doing this, but like I said, I call you Al Pals for a reason. I consider you all my friends. So thankful that we could spend these movies together and watching them and having a little bit of fun, whether it be actual fun or just even just enjoying a good, just good serious time, or like tonight, paying tribute to someone. God bless you all. Take care. Did you use your tagline?
Oh, I actually did not. I would like to thank everyone who joined us, both here and on Cosme, and anyone who catches up on this broadcast later on from HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond. Good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe and healthy, because this is how we.
And of course, I always like to say, because I'm a big movie fan, it's always good to find something fun to watch. Take care. And in about half hour, a little less than a half hour, check out Last Call with Troy Pacelli. And I'm sure they're going to have a good show tonight. Take care, guys. Good night.